Do a Google search on the viral buzzword and you'll turn up lots of results on viral marketing, but precious little on the viral expansion loop or the viral loop. Yet the viral loop has played significantly in the success of major social networks like MySpace, Facebook, and Twitter. Tyler notes that viral marketing is not the same thing, however, as the viral expansion loop. Now, viral marketing exploits the principles behind the viral expansion loop, but they're not the same thing. According to Joel, the power behind the viral expansion loop is the human being. When a person finds something worth passing on to others, he or she does so, and those recipients in turn pass it on to the members of their social network. Now, the viral expansion loop is not new to the digital age. The principles behind human networking have been part of human culture since our ancestors dropped from the trees. For example, before the advent of the internet, there was the chain letter. Someone would receive a chain letter from their friends or their family or whomever. It had all kinds of warnings and forebodings in it that if you didn't pass it on to as many people as possible, you would risk the wrath of the cosmos coming upon you. And so you mailed that out to everyone and with the same warnings, and then your friends and family would take that and mail it out to everyone else. Now, aside from the superstitious elements, the chain letter is a good example of a viral expansion loop. This particular loop, however, was limited in its growth capacity because of the communication system that was used, i.e. the U.S. Postal Service. Now, we take that idea, that viral expansion loop, and we add to it the speed and the ease of the internet, and now online chain letters wind up being sent to millions of people, not just hundreds or thousands. But viral growth is not exponential growth, as Farmer rightly points out. There is a limit or a carrying capacity to a viral network. Now, how quickly a MySpace or a Facebook reaches that carrying capacity is determined by how fast the network grows. As carrying capacity is reached, the emphasis switches from adding more users to the system to retaining the users that are there. And the fact that MySpace and Facebook are slowing down in their growth is suggesting they are reaching their carrying capacity. So enter Ning, the brainchild of Mark Andreessen and Gina Bianchini. Ning, which is Chinese for peace, takes the digitization of the viral loop to a whole new level. Instead of simply adding pages to a network, users can create whole new networks, as reported by Pennenberg. Dawson, a middle school teacher, introduced Ning to his students. He reports that students were at first confused at the process until they realized they weren't simply creating a MySpace page, but they were creating MySpace. Harris observes that Ning gives far more control of networks to their users than do MySpace or Facebook. The creator of the network establishes the rules by which that network is governed, and this gives Ning's networks incredible flexibility, according to Brown. The designers of Ning built the potential for virality right into the platform from the very beginning. Ning technology supports an expanding viral loop of viral networks, not single user pages. This makes Ning's carrying capacity much greater than a single network such as MySpace or Facebook. Pennenberg reports that Ning has been growing steadily at 0.4% each day, adding 500 new groups daily and doubling roughly every 137 days. Ning proved itself by using the viral loop for its own marketing, eliminating the need for a large staff and a marketing budget. 1 year into the development process, the company released a couple dozen social applications. At first, the results weren't very impressive, but 18 months later, the company had attracted 100,000 online groups and lots of money from venture capitalists. Ning offers much greater exposure for advertisers than MySpace or Facebook. A single advertiser can be exposed to thousands of potential customers based on the product being offered and the specific affinity of given groups. That means advertising can be targeted. A product can be linked to specific groups who have an interest in that product. Gurley reports that MySpace has not implemented anything successfully to improve its revenue stream. Gurley also reports that while MySpace has done better than Facebook at monetizing its product, their revenues are dismal compared to Asian counterparts such as Tencent, Dina, and Gree. Ning's greatest competitor is arguably MobileMe by Apple. Nicole asserts that MobileMe offers more tools for users to pass on to its members, but Ning has better CSS customization. Ning certainly looks poised to become the premier tool for creating social networks on the internet.